slope as rate of change and zeros of linear functions. So this week we're going to talk about this topic. So of course, at the end of this week, I want you to understand and demonstrate understanding of graphs of linear functions, the slope, the intercept, and the zeros. Okay, so here is the competency that you need to achieve. At the end of the lesson, you will determine the slopes as rate of change and the zeros of linear functions represented in graphs, equations, and table of values. So without further ado, let me share to you the first session. So we have to discuss the slope from the graphs. And here is Anna. Anna draws her first graph. Okay, so by the way, before we move on, please feel free to pause this video and copy the vocabulary that you need to understand um, for the process that we will be having in the next slide of our presentation. Okay, so we have to define what is the slope, the rise, the run, and the rate of change. Okay, so here's the story of Mang Tomas. Okay, so yan ko yung story ni Mang Tomas. Yes, it is a story about the slope and zero. Si Mang Tomas ay isang magsasaka, nagbebenta ng mga bigas. Okay, so may mga sako-sako siyang bigas dito. No? So, actually, si Mang Tomas ay may anak. Anak niya si Ana. Nung nag nung nagkaroon ng pag lilista si Ana, nakakita si Ana ng pattern dun sa logbook ni Mang Tomas. Okay? So dun sa logbook ni Mang Tomas, nandun yung mga natitirang sako. Okay? So nakita ni Ana na nung unang day, yung day 1, 500 sacks na lang ang natitira. Okay? Nakita rin ni Ana nung day 2, nung chinek niya, 475 sacks remaining na lang. Yung day 3, nabawasan pa. Naging 450 sacks remaining. And then day 4, 425 na lang. Okay? So na-observe ni Ana na bawat araw nababawasan si Mang Tomas ng 25 sacks. Nakakabenta siya ng 25 sacks. So, sabi um, ni Mang Tomas, "Anak, what you just discovered is called slope." Wow, alam ni Mang Tomas yung slope, no? And the day the bodega is empty, that is called the zero of a function. Okay? So ano yung na-observe ni Ana? Yung 25. Yun daw is slope. At yung araw na magiging empty daw yung bodega, yun daw ay zero of a function. Okay, so ngayon, bigyan natin ng konteksto. What if kayo si Ana? You are Ana and you will read the slope and zero from any representation. So here, we're gonna have to pick the 2 points. For example, here is the point that we will be choosing. I pick 2 points that fall exactly on grid intersection, easy ones first, like this one. Okay, so I choose 0 and 500. So 0 yung x and 500 naman yung y, 1 and 475. Okay? So, here is the two coordinate points. So, we have to find the rise. The rise, by the way, is it can be up or down. And as you can see, how much did I go up or down? Nag-up nga ba or nag-down? In this case, nag-down siya. From 500 to 475, I went down 25. Okay? So the rise is equal to negative 25. Okay? May tumunog. So negative 25. So we have to find the run. By the way, the run, it can be left or right. Left or right. So ito yon. So how much did I go right? Siyempre, papunta sa right yan, no? From 0 or day 0 to day 1, I move one step right. So the run is equal to 1. So again, the run is equal to 1. Ngayon, the fourth step is we're gonna find the slope. The slope is equal to rise divided by run. Kanina may rise tayo, right? So yung rise natin is equal to negative 25. Okay? And the run is 1. So negative 25 divided by 1 is equal to negative 25. Okay? So the negative tells me the line is going down, sacks are decreasing. Okay? So ibig sabihin, nababawasan ng sako habang dumaraan ang araw. So that makes sense. Mang Tomas is selling, not buying. Dito kumikita yung magsasaka. No? So now we do it together. So which 2 points will we use? So ibang problem naman ito. So here we're gonna use 1, 3, and 4, 12. So what is the rise? So we have to count from y equals 3 to y equals 12. So mag-start tayo sa 3 dito hanggang papunta sa 12. Okay, so which is rise is equal to positive 9. Okay, akit lang tayo ng siyam na beses para ma-reach natin yung peak which is yung 12. Okay, so what is the run? So, count from x equals 1. Start tayo dito. Papunta naman sa x equals 4. So, x equals 1 to x equals 4. So, ilan yon? The run is equal to 3. Again, run can be left to right, rise pataas or pababa. So, let's try. So, what is the slope? The slope is equal to rise divided by run. That is equal to 9 divided by 3. The answer for the slope is equal to 3. Okay, so 3 is positive. The line goes up from left to right. Okay, so that's it. That's how we find the slope and we identify the slope. The slope is positive. Okay, now you can try. I want you to pick 2 points, draw rise and run arrows, compute the slope. Okay, so here is the choices. A, positive slope. B, negative slope. You have to find a slope. Okay, and this is the C and D. Okay, feel free to pause this video and take a screenshot, write it in your notebook. We're gonna check it in our classroom. Okay, by the way, we have a common error here. Sometimes, nagkakaroon tayo ng pagpapalit. Nasa-swap natin kasi si rise and run. Dito natin nilalagay yung rise, okay? At dito natin ina-identify yung run, which is wrong, okay? So, wag natin sila papapalitin. Hindi pwedeng pagpalitin yon. Okay? The word rise and run are not yet physically anchored. So, ang gagawin natin, ipaliwanag natin, no? Try natin i-act. Kunyari, umupo kayo ngayon, nakaupo kayo, di ba, habang pinapanood nyo to. So, rise means you go up or down. Okay? Just like, tatayo ka sa upuan mo at babalik ka ulit sa upuan mo. So, you rise, you sit. So, you rise up, rise down. So, yung run naman means you move sideways. This time, maglalakad ka papunta sa left or tatakbo ka papunta sa right. Okay? Dami nagchat. So, let's act it out. So, again, rise, go up from 3 to positive 9. Move to the right from 1 to 3. So, that's how we identify it or how we act it. Okay? So, now, in our classroom, we're going to work this out. So, this is a sentence frame. The title of activity is Slope Hunt. We're gonna work in pairs. One reads the rise, the other counts the run. So, alternate roles for each graph. Magpapalit po kayo and both sign the final answer. Again, so this is a sentence frame. The slope of this line is blank, which means that for every 1 unit increase in xy, blank by blank. Okay? So, sulat nyo yung kung sino yung partner nyo at partner 2. So, this is the activity. So, you have to draw as well the graph. Okay, the A, B. So, wala mo nang sagot yan kasi sa classroom, sasagutan natin yan. Okay, the C and D. Okay, so take a moment to take a screenshot for you to write this particular activity. So differentiated independent practice. So this is for you, struggling learners. Kung sa tingin mo nalilito ka pa sa ating activity, you have to practice more. Practice slope using graph points with rise and run already shown. So you have to find out what is the point here, coordinate point here and here. Again, hanapin mo ang rise, hanapin mo ang run. So, hanapin mo rin yung slope after mahanap yung rise and run. Okay, so next for the average learner, here's your problem. Solve slope problems with some values or points given. Okay, negative 1, 2, 3, 8. So this time there is a given point. So actually, itong negative 1 dapat dito siya. Negative 1 and then 2. Siguro ayusin na lang yung graph. Basta, ayusin, there is a point of coordinates here. So you can find the slope with the given points. Okay, and for the advanced learner, find slopes from 2 points not on grid and explain your reasoning. So, dito, explain your reasoning nyo ha. So, we have negative 0.5, 1, and 1.3, 2.4 to, 2.4, and 6.7. So, that's for the advanced learner. And you have to find the slope as well. Okay, so as we close this particular session, again, we have to complete this sentence. Okay, so to complete the sentence, we're gonna use the comment section. Okay, we're gonna use the comment section. So, Anna's slope of negative 25 means, so ano po ang sunod dyan? Okay? So, that would be your attendance. So, magpalala kayo kahit type your answer lang po dito sa comment section natin. Kumpletuhin nyo lang po itong session na to. Since si Ana ay may negative 25, that means, okay. So, okay, for me, this is my best response. Now, Anna's slope of negative 25 means the number of sacks decreases by 25 sacks for every 1 day. Okay, so that's the session 1. So tomorrow, analyze the same rate of change as a number in an equation without any graph at all. Can you predict where the negative 25 will appear? Y equals mx plus b. Is it here? That's an interesting question indeed. So, exit ticket for session 1. So, you have to correct the slope with sign and one contextual sentence about what it means. So, question 1, gagawin nyo po ito. Kailangan nyo po itong ilagay sa notebook po ninyo, yung mismong question and then your observation and your answer here. Okay, Anna's graph passes through 0 and 500 and 2, 450. What is the slope? What does it mean for Mang Tomas? Okay, so find the slope and what does it mean? So a line goes from 1 and 10 to 3 and 2. Is the slope positive or negative? Compute it. Okay, so find the slope, identify if that is positive or negative. Everybody, remember at the end of the session, the slope tells us the rate of change. Negative slope means it is decreasing. Otherwise, that is increasing. Okay, that's it. That's how we understand the first session. See you in our classroom. I hope you understand this specific topic.